Gotham City Sirens is the spin-off that we were supposed to get from Suicide Squad. But instead we just got a Birds of Prey movie with Harley Quinn forced right into it, and well, as you can tell, it didn't work out too well because that movie absolutely bombed at the box office, so things didn't work out too well with that, and that's why Harley is back with the Suicide Squad for the Suicide Squad next year. And obviously I'm really excited for that, but I'm also really excited for Harley Quinn's future in the DCEU outside of the Suicide Squad, like Gotham City Sirens, which hopefully is still happening, and now it seems like it actually is kind of happening because we have a new, I guess you could say, report or kind of tease from Daniel Rickman, or Daniel RPK, well, he's right about 80% of the time, so of course take this with a grain of salt, consider it a rumor, but he is basically saying that Gotham City Sirens is back in development, because we know it was a thing a while ago, we know it was in development, but then production on, well, not production, but development was halted. Same thing happened with the Supergirl movie, that was happening, and it still is, it's just put on the back burner for now, and it's not as much of a priority. But now it seems that Gotham City Sirens is much more of a priority now, and that it's actually starting to get developed. Now this is definitely going to be interesting if this actually happens, because obviously, from what we've heard, this Gotham City Sirens movie would focus on Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. Now obviously this would be the Margot Robbie version of Harley Quinn, but when it comes to Catwoman, we'll be having Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman in the Batman franchise, but that movie is in a completely separate universe because we know they're introducing the whole multiverse idea now. So that won't be connected to this at all. So if this movie happens with Catwoman in it, it will be a completely different version of Catwoman, and it will be the specific DCEU Catwoman, which will be interesting. But I mean, if we're gonna have like 3 Batmans at once, might as well have 2 Catwomans. And then there's also a rumor that Michelle Pfeiffer is going to return for the Flash movie as well, alongside Michael Keaton. So 3 Batmans, 3 Catwomans. I mean, why not? So this is a good idea, especially because the Harley Quinn animated series, it has a small amount of fans, but the people that do actually watch that show are huge fans of that show, because it really is an amazing show. It's just that nobody watches it because it's been on DC Universe this whole time, and nobody has DC Universe. But that show really explores the relationship between Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and that's a relationship people really want to see brought to the big screen, and this is how it could be introduced with Gotham City Sirens. So I'm thinking that this would be basically kind of like a Harley Quinn trilogy, because Birds of Prey was kind of like the first movie of Harley Quinn's trilogy, and then the second movie would be Gotham City Sirens, and then maybe we could get a third movie that was just specifically about Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and having them becoming a couple, and their relationship growing and all that stuff. So Gotham City Sirens is definitely a good idea that pretty much all of us want to see, mostly because we just want to see Poison Ivy in live action. I mean, we've seen her in live action before in Batman Forever. We saw her in Gotham, but I think it's time to see her brought back to the big screen with our new modern technology. So I really hope this rumor is true. I hope that we are getting a Gotham City Sirens movie with Harley Quinn, with Poison Ivy, and with Catwoman. But we'll just have to wait and see, and I guess time will tell. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this? Do you think we'll be getting a Gotham City Sirens movie? And if this does happen, what would you want to see from this film? So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.